what's up, everybody? Happy Saturday to you all. I'm still going to work, as you can see, but it's actually a really nice day to do some nice stuff, whether inside the house or outside of the house. Just really nice weather. I've always liked this kind of weather because it gives you a nice cool breeze. You don't feel like it's too hot out there. And yeah, big shout out to FROGBOYX1GAMING. He commented on one of my videos, and he started off at a slow pace, but his channel is growing very, very significantly right now, and that's important because this is the peak of his moment where he's about to reach 10,000. So congrats to him for that. And he also is a devoted family man, takes care of his whole family, and has a passion for gaming. And so this video goes out to him. Thank you for commenting on my channel. Really appreciate that. That, you know, gives me a feeling of being privileged. Thank you. But at the same time, I really would be interested if Frogboy would consider to make comparison videos of the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, because he has the monitors and he has some TVs, and I would really be interested in listening to his take on everything, because he's been straightforward with AMD. AMD has supported Sony. Sony chose AMD over NVIDIA. So even that tells you something. But at the same time, we're still learning about this PSSR technology, which I saw the video. I didn't listen to the audio, but I saw the video on Digital Foundry, and there was moments where the pisser looked more clear than the DLSR. The DLSR. So now, not every picture was as clear as I would expect, but most of the pictures that they showed that the pisser was more clearer than the disser, the DLSR. So at this point, it is an exciting technology, knowing that it is going to have PC capability. Now, I'm not going to say the PS5 Pro is going to be more powerful than a 5090 or even a 5080. I mean, let's be real, or even a 4090. But what I will say is that for the $700, you get a decent amount of configurations for a PC setup. It's a similar to a PC setup. I'm not saying it's a full PC setup, so don't misquote me on what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that this is the start of a compilation from the PS5 Pro, and it's gearing us towards the PS6. So if this is the way they're shaping the PS5 Pro, you know the PS6 is going to be double of what the PS5 Pro, if not triple. We don't know. Or even quadruple. If it's going to be that much, then it's going to be extremely powerful. But right now, we get to enjoy the excitement of the games. When we get our pros, are going to be testing out these games, comparing. I have two TVs. If you guys are interested, I will try to figure out a way to do my own comparisons of the PS5 and the PS5 Pro, because I have the PS5 and I'll have the PS5 Pro, so I could analyze and study both images and tell you what I think based on what I'm seeing. That would require me to have a better video camera. Let's be real, I can't even save my life to get into that mindset of becoming my own editor or cameraman, or can I be? I think I can. So the reality is back to FROGBOYX1GAMING. He has his channel on lock and sync, and right now it is growing, and it's growing at a fast pace that you could see this guy becoming well known in the YouTube. He already is well known, but you could see him even more blooming faster than any plant right now. So that's great. Now, here's another thing too. Shout out to, you know, this is going to be a addressment to a YouTube channel that used to be on YouTube, and according to Dreamcast guy, Rich Review Tech USA canceled his YouTube channel. Now, in my opinion, he had millions of followers, so for him to cancel his channel, something serious had to come about. And it's easy to just point the finger at him, how he treated other people, this and that. But it's also another thing to realize that we're all human, and at some point in our lives, either we get deleted or we have to delete ourselves because we have more important things to take care of. So at the end of the day, this is a situation now. Back to the PS5 Pro. When we were watching the Ratchet and Clank comparison videos, I was mostly looking at the left, which is the Pro, and all the way to the right, which is the DLSS. And then they were doing an exact comparison of what the PS5 Pro settings would be. And what they should have done too in the middle, I think they should have given us a maxed out settings. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to the middle because I just was looking to the left, looking to the right. And I gotta tell you, some of those pisser images, some of them were pisser perfect, and then some of them were pisser poor. So it was kind of like when you saw a certain image where it just looked like it wasn't as sharp as clear as Mark Cerny stated it would be. That's okay, because most of the pictures were picture perfect, pisser perfect. I'm gonna get so mixed up with these new dialogues of how you name it off. But overall, the PSSR, the pisser, is something that we haven't experienced in console before. We've experienced it in PC. The technology came out with the ray tracing. What was it, like 2018, 2020? I don't know. Don't quote me on everything I say, because if I need to be checked, then you could fact check me, and I totally understand that. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, we're gonna have really good YouTube channels giving us comparisons of the videos. And there's gonna be some games where we're gonna be like, it could be better, but then there's gonna be some games where it's like, it can't be any better because it's the best. So right now, we are right around the corner from all this going on. I haven't even pre-ordered my Black Ops 6 game yet. I have it on Game Pass for Xbox. Doesn't make sense for me to buy the game on Xbox. I have it on Game Pass. And I don't plan on buying it for PC because I plan on just playing on the PS5 Pro. Because I want to see if the Black Ops 6 game on the PS5 Pro is going to make any difference. I plan on getting a gaming router. I'm tired of using the Comcast router because I still have somewhat connective issues, so I'm going to be getting a gaming router that has the Wi-Fi 7 built into it. Built into it just like the PS5 Pro. And gotta be honest with you, to get the PS5 Pro is similar to almost getting either a mid-gen refresh or a totally brand new console. Now, some may disagree because it doesn't give you enough for what you're paying for. I get it. But we're still getting a ray tracing at 60. We're getting a pisser. We're getting the AI upscaling from the pisser. We're getting the graphical computing units. Is that what they call it? The computing units, 67%. 45% is the memory, and then 27% is the 27% is the memory, and then 45% is the upscaling. I think I got it right. The big three, which is big me. Okay, so now it's one of those situations where we're right around the corner from all this stuff, and I'm going to be honest with you. The PS5 Pro, in my opinion, right now. Also, let's not forget, we get to watch YouTubers open up their 30th anniversary. So they could show us what number they got and just be excited about it. I am shouting out all these people. I'm really happy for them getting it. This was their moment to have it. They've probably been going through some really difficult times in their life where, you know, to get it made a huge difference. Their channel's growing because the hype of people seeing them unbox the 30th anniversary. That's shout out to Full Battle Jacket. I guess he just started his YouTube channel and he's doing well. He's doing well. He's got a lot of views, a lot of people subbing to his channel. He's right, straightforward. Very well spoken when it comes to the whole PS5 Pro reasoning. Okay, and so we're interested in all these YouTubers. So mad shout out to all these people. But let's get back into the PS5 Pro. Now, Alan Wake 2 is a game that I want to give it a shot, try it out. You know, that's the kind of game that you spend time with your wife, you know, drink lots of coffee and just play Alan Wake 2 and try to figure it out. Well, she's not really into the coffee thing, so maybe it might be some really good high-class wine, you know, just to lay back with your wife and to play the game and just to enjoy it. It's going to be on the PS5 in the beginning, then the Pro comes out, it'll be on the Pro. We're going to be immersed with different images from the Pro, because there was another video I was listening to yesterday about the PS5 having the fidelity mode that is more sharper than the pisser mode. Now, that's because you can only do so much with AI upscaling. It's a perfect example of the Samsung 8K TVs. They upscale 4K to 8K, but a lot of people still claim that you're not getting the true 8K resolution. So that is the downside. Now, when it becomes native, it's a different story. So that's why a lot of people don't want to buy into the technology, because they don't want to get imitation. It's like when they make games where they make the upscaling so much higher than the res, and then they claim it's 60 FPS when it's really 30. That was the Wukong dilemma. But at the same time, with the Pro, we might see a improvement in all the games that we don't see in the PS5. Now, some people are still commenting that the PS5 is perfectly fine with them because they got their graphics card for the PC, they're holding it off for the PS5. They're not going to go crazy on spending so much money on a Pro when the PS5 is doing just fine. Just fine. But the Pro is for the people that want to experience the most fluent, the flawlessness of what the game can be at the most aspect. And I'm not saying every game is going to have that authenticity all the way. There's going to be some games that still, even with the Pro, might not look as good as the PS5. And so what we have to say to ourselves is, do we consider the PS5 a downgrade from the PS5 Pro, or do we consider the PS5 just a second grade from the first? So that's how you got to think of it as, because if it wasn't for the Pro being announced, we would be just fine with the PS5, because there's games that when they're worked on for a long period of time look really good, play really good, we're happy. Some people even claim we don't need a PS5 Pro because the Pro doesn't give you enough for what you're paying for. I get it. But at the same time, we're excited because we're PlayStation fans. You don't have to be a PlayStation fanboy to be a PlayStation fan. A fanboy is someone that will defend PlayStation with the sword and shield, okay? And the PlayStation fan is someone just buys the games, plays the games, invests in PlayStation. That's a PlayStation fan. But a fanboy is someone that will literally pull out the sword and shield and fight to the... I'm not saying like physically. I'm saying literally, like Twitter and all these social media blogs and vlogs and all these different places where they go to just defend PlayStation or defend Xbox. That's a fanboy. So please, whatever you do, I don't want to be labeled as a Sony pony. I am a Sony warrior, and that's how I'm going to say it. Sony warrior. Sony Professional. PS5 Sony Professional. Okay, anyways, let's get back into it. So, the reason why I like Sony so much, the things I like about Sony is they make us feel like we're getting top grade console, controller. It feels good to have Sony technology because we feel like we're getting something that's more innovative. Xbox it's cool, but I don't feel like it's as upgraded as Sony. With their new console, I hear that they're going to be going to Wi-Fi 6, which Sony already had Wi-Fi 6, and Sony's going to Wi-Fi 7. Now, there's either this is in patent or a rumor, but the new controller for Xbox is going to have the DualSense built into it, the adaptive triggers and all that stuff. So, in an essence, that's fine. Let them copy Sony because we could see how Xbox can actually incorporate more creativity into their games for their fans, for the fanboys, for everybody that is interested in the Xbox. Give it a go, you know, because at the end of the day, Xbox has suffered so many blows, so many wounds. They have been put through a lot, and now there's a lot of doubt, but I'm not going to put them to the full doubt of not using Xbox anymore. I still have it. At the same time, I know this video was a little different than my other ones, but I just got to say this. Share this video, subscribe, hit the like button, comment. I'll see you guys on the next one.